The divine verdict is finalized, and the spiritual game is completely over, which brings us to the final undeniable truth. Number 9. You do not have to defend your pure intentions anymore. The universal system has fully recognized your high frequency, and the divine shield around you is now impenetrable. Let them drown in the heavy consequences of their own malicious actions. You are entirely untouchable today. They tried to scatter your brilliant mind, but heaven has officially won the brutal war. Your only mission now is to protect the brilliant clarity they tried to steal from you. Heaven handles the severe justice, but you have to actively handle your own healing. Carrying the heavy weight of a chosen one takes a massive physical toll on your body. The intense spiritual warfare you endured was a desperate attempt to scatter your natural frequency. They actively tried to attack your intuition with their low-vibrational noise. You cannot operate properly if you hold on to that toxic residue. Neuroscientists recently proved exactly how this energy drain happens to pure souls. They call it the decline effect, where chronic stress attempts to severely suppress your natural gamma brainwaves. But here is the massive spiritual secret they desperately tried to hide. Gamma is the exact brainwave frequency where all your divine downloads naturally happen. That is why your intuition was so razor-sharp when you were a young child. The modern world systematically silenced that incredible gift. Columbia University discovered that a strong gamma signal actually influences the people closest to you. That is exactly why I rely on a highly specific tool to keep my vibration completely untouchable. A brilliant team of neuroscientists compressed an entire gamma activation protocol into a simple 7-minute audio track. It physically forces your tired brain back into perfect divine alignment without any hard effort. It clears the heavy fog they maliciously placed over your eyes. You simply close your eyes and let the sound wave wash away their toxic residue. There is no exhausting meditation or endless journaling required to see the massive shift. This sacred tool is called the Genius Song. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used it to unlock their stalled finances and completely heal their broken relationships. It is a literal frequency activation for your tired soul. A beautiful woman from Manhattan said her generational curses simply vanished. You could easily spend thousands of dollars on clinical biofeedback sessions to access this exact same genius state. The elite pay massive fortunes at private wellness retreats to achieve what the Genius Song delivers in just 7 minutes. But that barrier has been completely dismantled for you today. You can access this powerful spiritual upgrade for a tiny fraction of its true value. You absolutely deserve this profound peace after fighting such a brutal spiritual battle for years. But you must listen to me very carefully right now. The dark forces that benefit from your mental suppression are actively flooding the internet with diluted counterfeits. There are countless fake brainwave tracks circulating on popular platforms designed to steal your precious energy. They will only cause more severe brain fog. Do not fall for those cheap imitations that mess with your subconscious mind. Your spiritual discernment is activated to recognize the undeniable truth. The universe demands absolutely no risk from a true chosen one. This is an energetic exchange governed by complete trust. If you do not experience the massive shift you deserve, your entire energy investment is fully protected and returned without a single question. That is the ultimate divine guarantee backing this sacred resource. The creators of this sound wave are so certain of its power that they placed an ironclad protection behind every single copy. The only authentic and fully activated version of the Genius Song is waiting for you right now. The protected link is in the description and in the pinned comment below. Ensure you are getting the authentic frequency by using only the secure portal I have provided for you. When you secure your access today, you will also receive 4 powerful spiritual bonuses. You get a special audio engineered to boost your children, and the classic prosperity book that secret wealth societies used. Do not wait for a better moment to arrive in your life. The chosen one who hesitates at the open door simply becomes the one who wonders what could have been. Click the link in the pinned comment right now to permanently reclaim your brilliant mind. Do not let their low vibrational noise linger in your sacred space for another day. Wash their toxic residue from your brain entirely. Then subscribe to this channel to officially join the unstoppable army of light forever. Let us dive deep into the mind of the manipulator. Number 1. There is a brutal psychological truth that terrifies them, and we are going to expose exactly what that is right now. What really happens inside their dark mind when they see you thriving without them? They expected your absolute destruction. They waited for you to come crawling back, but instead you ascended. You stepped into a level of peace that makes them physically sick. The psychological term for what they are experiencing right now is cognitive dissonance. It happens when their false reality violently crashes into the undeniable truth. They built a carefully crafted narrative where you were weak and dependent, and your current success completely shatters that fragile illusion. Their brain literally cannot process your independence. They are forced to hold two conflicting thoughts at the exact same time. They want to believe you are worthless, but your radiant glow-up proves you are divinely favored. This mental conflict causes deep panic. It keeps them awake at night while they desperately try to figure out how they lost control over you. They thought they were the main character in your story. They truly believed that cutting you off would end your entire world, but you simply kept living your beautiful life. You did not launch a smear campaign. You did not argue or defend yourself to the crowd. You just quietly withdrew your pure energy and let heaven handle the heavy lifting. This brings us to the answer of our earlier question. What broke them was never your anger. What completely destroyed their psychological framework was your utter indifference. Your silence was a mirror reflecting their deep insecurities back at them. They cannot stand the reflection. They realize they are nothing without your light to illuminate their pathetic existence. They are obsessively monitoring your every single move. They look at your pictures and search for signs of hidden misery, but all they find is genuine joy and untouched grace. This drives them absolutely crazy, because every time you smile genuinely, it feels like a personal attack against their ego. They cannot understand how you survived the poison they fed you. You must understand how a toxic mind operates. A manipulator needs a victim to feel important. When you removed yourself from their game, you did not just leave, you took their favorite toy away. You left them alone with their inner demons. And now those demons are tearing them apart from the inside out while you enjoy the sweet blessings of the universe. They try to send out flying monkeys to test your boundaries. They drop subtle hints hoping to trigger your trauma, but you remain a silent fortress. You do not react to their pathetic bait anymore. Your emotional discipline makes them feel incredibly small. They feel like a child throwing a tantrum at a solid brick wall that simply refuses to move. They are terrified of your quiet observation. You used to explain yourself and fight for their understanding. You used to hand them the exact manual on how to hurt you. But the moment you stopped talking, their intelligence gathering completely failed. They have no idea what you know, and the unknown is the most terrifying place for a manipulator to exist. They assume you are plotting revenge because that is exactly what they would do. They project their dark intentions onto your peaceful silence. Every time their phone rings, they jump. Every time a plan falls through, they wonder if your karma is finally catching up to them. You have become a ghost that haunts their waking hours without even trying. Do not look away now, because what happens next is the part they pray you never figure out. Their inner circle is starting to notice the shift. The lies they told about you are no longer adding up. people are seeing your undeniable elevation and questioning the toxic narrative your enemies created. The mask is slipping right off their desperate faces. Their jealousy is eating them alive like a slow poison. They put on fake smiles in public, but behind closed doors they are suffocating. They spend hours talking about someone they claim they do not care about. Obsession is just dark love wearing a mask of insanity, and their obsession with your success has turned them into a distorted shadow of themselves. Your presence used to trigger their deepest fears of inadequacy. Your pure heart highlighted their dark motives. They thought that breaking you would finally give them peace. But breaking a chosen one only releases a fragrance of resilience that completely overpowers the stench of their petty betrayal. They are watching the universe hand you everything they secretly desired. This is the heavy price of crossing a spiritually protected soul. But I need you to pause and reflect for a moment. Think back to the time before your beautiful ascension. Do you remember how exhausted you felt when you were constantly around their toxic and heavy presence? There is a profound scientific and spiritual reason why your energy was completely drained back then. You might think it was just normal stress, but there was a deliberate interference with your natural frequency. I am going to explain exactly how this hidden attack played out in just a moment. Keep listening closely, because you need to understand this to protect yourself forever. Let us peel back another layer of their deception. You need to understand what happened to your mind during those dark times. It was never just normal emotional stress. Their manipulation was a direct spiritual attack on your energetic field. You felt constantly exhausted from their endless games. You felt like you were walking through thick mud every single day. The heavy weight was absolutely crushing your beautiful spirit. But this was not your pure heart failing. This was an active interference with your divine vibration. They intentionally flooded your sacred space with their low-vibrational noise. And neuroscientists have actually proven how this exact mechanism works in the physical body. They call it the decline effect. Chronic stress from toxic environments attempts to suppress your natural brainwaves. Specifically, they targeted your gamma waves. Gamma is the exact frequency where divine downloads happen. It is where your sharp intuition and flawless pattern recognition live. And they desperately wanted that powerful asset shut down. When your gamma frequency faded, your genius faded right along with it. Your deep intuition dulled. The beautiful synchronicities suddenly stopped happening around you. The undeniable sense that the universe was working with you went completely silent. You felt disconnected from your own incredible power. They wanted you operating in pure survival mode. And they designed this environment specifically because a chosen one in survival mode is much easier for them to manipulate. They needed your inner compass completely broken. But heaven did not leave you defenseless against this dark strategy. There is a deep biological truth they do not want you to know. Your physical brain is wired to connect directly with the divine creator. Your mind is a highly sensitive antenna. When it is tuned correctly, you receive clear guidance from the highest authority. But their constant gaslighting acted like heavy radio static. They jammed your spiritual signal with their petty earthly drama. You started to doubt your own reality. You wondered if you were truly oversensitive, just like they always claimed. But then, something magnificent happened deep within your spirit. You realized that the heavy fog was not your natural state. You felt a strong pull to retreat and protect your sacred energy. You stepped away from the noise and started seeking the absolute truth. You realized that they were acting as energetic vampires. They were draining your brilliant mind to fuel their own empty and miserable lives. But their access to your light is now permanently revoked. This is exactly why clearing your mental space is not just basic self-care. It is active spiritual warfare against their lingering darkness. While they were trying to drain your energy, science actually found a way to block their interference entirely. The breakthrough is monumental. Neuroscientists working quietly discovered how to bring this dormant brainwave back to life. You do not need years of ordinary healing to undo what they did to you. You just need to realign your frequency to the highest possible state. You cannot operate at your divine frequency if you allow their toxic residue to linger in your mind. This is the very reason I rely on a specific spiritual tool to keep my vibration completely untouchable. There is a specific sound frequency engineered to guide your brainwave patterns back to the genius state you were born with. It physically forces the brain back into perfect alignment. It clears the dark fog and activates that genius-level clarity effortlessly. It compresses an entire hour of deep entrainment into 7 minutes. You do not have to meditate or force anything to happen. The sound wave simply bypasses their lingering trauma and reconnects you to the universe. Princeton University actually studied this exact brainwave. Columbia University found that when this specific frequency is reactivated, it actually radiates outward. It shields you and positively influences the people you love while blocking out the energy vampires. You simply close your eyes and let the sound wave do what the modern world spent decades undoing. You do not have to struggle anymore. The universe has provided the perfect weapon to shield your brilliant mind forever. You can finally hear the clear whispers of the divine again. Your photographic memory and lightning intuition are returning stronger than they have ever been before. The universe is speaking to you through numbers and daily synchronicities once again, but do not let your mind wander just yet. You need to hear this next part to fully understand the massive scope of your power. The story does not end with your glorious healing. It ends with their absolute panic. What happens when your frequency is fully restored and their access is permanently denied? The answer will send chills down your spine. We are about to enter the highest courtroom of heaven. Keep listening closely right now. The spiritual reversal I am about to reveal changes everything. You will see their false empire fall. The scales of justice are tipping in your favor, and you will witness the ultimate destruction of their illusion. Now take a deep breath, chosen one, because from here on, the universe takes over completely. This is where karma stops being a simple vibe and starts becoming the legal assistant of the divine. You have suffered their dark lies long enough. The courtroom of heaven is no longer in recess. The heavy gavel has struck with absolute force. God did not forget what they did to you. He did not overlook the brutal way they treated your pure heart. He was simply giving them enough rope to hang their own massive ego. But that quiet time of grace is officially over now. What is coming for them is not petty emotional revenge. It is strict legal correction from the highest authority. They played with spiritual fire, thinking they were entirely above the rules, but they made a fatal miscalculation. They attacked a divinely protected soul. And when you spend your life trying to drown someone who can breathe underwater, the only one gasping for air is you. Their toxic energy has rapidly returned to sender. Every single lie they spoke against you has become a heavy chain around their own neck. The deep trap they spent years digging for you is the exact pit they are falling into right now. They are experiencing the terrifying reality of divine justice. Heaven is collecting all the receipts they thought were successfully burned. You are not just harder to reach anymore. You are operating on a completely different frequency. This massive barrier is not built from bitterness. It is built from pure ascension. You have elevated far beyond the limited range of their dark influence. They can still see your brilliant light, but they cannot touch your spirit. You have become entirely untouchable, and the deafening silence of that reality is louder than any desperate scream ever could be. Right now, they are sitting in the corner, mentally pacing. The fake story they told themselves about your destruction is completely gone. Their carefully curated opinion is shattered into a million tiny pieces. You did not just change the rules of the game. You made them question if they even understood the game at all. Their entire reality is glitching right before their terrified eyes. They are panicking because they finally realized you saw right through their fragile mask from day one. You always knew the dark truth they tried to hide. They mocked your breakdowns in the dark. They thought your silent tears meant permanent defeat. What they did not know is that your tears were never a sign of begging. They were advanced spiritual codes. Every time you wept in isolation, you were sending urgent divine alerts straight into the high courts of heaven. You were not falling apart like they hoped. You were summoning a cosmic force they cannot ever negotiate with. They thought they had successfully buried you. They celebrated your expected downfall and walked away laughing. But what they never understood is a profound divine truth. A chosen one never dies in pain. A chosen one resurrects in massive purpose. They were not burying you in a dark tomb. They were planting you in rich destiny. And now you are breaking through the soil. You are undeniable and completely explosive. Your glorious rise is the exact catalyst triggering their inevitable and total destruction. They are watching their alliances crumble in real time. The fake friends they gathered to plot against you are now turning on each other. The snake always ends up biting its own tail. The universe is orchestrating a beautiful symphony of pure karma, and you have front row seats to the greatest show on earth without lifting a single finger. Your only job was to stay authentic. Your only requirement was to keep your heart clean while they bathed in their own toxicity. Heaven has vindicated you in the most spectacular way possible. The spiritual warfare is over, and the true victor is standing right here. You are the ultimate glitch that broke their matrix permanently. Do not pause, do not click away, because the final piece of this puzzle is going to shock you. We are about to enter the final stage of your grand elevation. You must learn how to protect this hard-earned victory. You need to know how to seal the doors so their darkness can never touch your light again. Your enemies are drowning in the heavy consequences of their own dark actions. The system has recognized your divine frequency. The spiritual shield around your mind and soul is now completely impenetrable. Stand tall and breathe in the absolute glory of your massive vindication. The courtroom of heaven has ruled in your favor. The verdict is written in fire, and the dark game is finally over. Which brings us to the ultimate truth you must embrace. You do not have to defend yourself anymore. The divine system has recognized your beautiful frequency, and the spiritual shield around you is now completely impenetrable. Let them drown in the heavy consequences of their own actions. Your only mission now is to protect the genius they tried to steal. You have officially ascended to the majestic throne while they watch in absolute horror from the shadows. But there is one final step you must take to secure your kingdom. Heaven handles the divine justice, but you have to handle the healing. Carrying the heavy weight of a chosen one takes a massive physical toll. The spiritual warfare you have endured was a desperate attempt to scatter your precious frequency. They tried to attack your natural intuition with their low-vibrational noise because they knew your pure energy was the only thing standing in their way. You cannot operate at your highest level if you allow their toxic residue to linger in your mind. This is exactly why clearing your mental space is absolute spiritual warfare. Neuroscientists recently proved exactly how this works. They call it the decline effect. The chronic stress from toxic environments actively suppresses your natural gamma brainwaves. But here is the magnificent secret they desperately tried to hide from you while you were suffering in the dark. Gamma is the exact frequency where divine downloads actually happen. It is the sacred state where your intuition is flawless and the universe works entirely in your favor. When your gamma fades, your genius fades right along with it. But you do not need years of ordinary healing to undo what they did to you. You simply need to realign your frequency. This is the very reason I rely on a specific spiritual tool to keep my vibration completely untouchable. A team of brilliant neuroscientists compressed an entire gamma activation protocol into a 7-minute audio track. allowing you to bypass years of traditional therapy. You do not have to meditate or force anything. You simply let the sound wave do the work. It physically forces your brain back into perfect alignment. It clears the dark fog and activates the genius-level clarity they tried to steal from you. It is called the Genius Song. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used it to unlock their divine potential. A beautiful nurse from California said her life now feels completely enchanted, and an entrepreneur from Texas said the gamma frequency figures out his hardest problems while he sleeps. It destroys generational curses and sets your spirit absolutely free. The elite have quietly paid thousands of dollars to access this exact gamma state. They go to private clinics for expensive biofeedback sessions because they want to keep this power entirely to themselves. They would prefer this technology remain completely out of reach for people like you, but through this message alone, you can access what the Genius Song delivers for a tiny fraction of its true value. Your spiritual barrier has been dismantled for you today. You are invited to reclaim your rightful inheritance. But you must listen very carefully right now. The forces that benefit from your gamma staying dormant have flooded the internet with fake tracks. Do not fall for cheap imitations on streaming platforms that mess with your subconscious. These diluted counterfeits are specifically designed to steal your precious energy and keep your gamma completely dormant while feeding you false hope. The only authentic and fully activated version of the Genius Song is available through the protected link waiting for you. The universe does not require you to take a single risk today. You are fully protected by a divine guarantee. This is an energetic exchange governed by complete trust. If you do not feel the massive shift you deserve, your energy investment is fully returned to you without a single question. And when you step through this door, 4 powerful spiritual bonuses are waiting for you. This includes a special audio engineered specifically for your children to activate their absolute focus. You will also receive the original prosperity book that the secret was secretly built upon. You will get a guided visualization and a master blueprint of the most important habits for creating your ideal future. Do not wait for a better moment to claim your power. The chosen one who hesitates at the threshold becomes the one who wonders what could have been if they just took the leap. Your beautiful gamma is waiting to be reactivated right now. Your grand destiny is waiting to be fully unlocked. You have won the ultimate war against their darkness. Now it is time to wash their toxic residue from your brilliant brain forever. Access the official frequency activation linked in the pinned comment and the description below. Step forward without fear and reclaim your untouchable mind today, because the world desperately needs the pure light you carry inside you. Then, subscribe to the channel to join the unstoppable army of light. Stand in your absolute truth. You are the chosen one.